ACN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. LaValle Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Barton Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
Stevens here. The Yankee Cable Network Game of the Week is back. We're in Sutton, New Hampshire, where ConVal has come to town to take on Kearsarge. Both of these teams, named the Cougars, struggled last year but have rebuilt pretty well. ConVal especially, they've got a couple of track stars on their team, Anthony Cadwallader as well as Francisco Hymas. Two of those guys can really unleash their speed. Players you want to keep your eye on, as well as Kearsarge. They've got a versatile athlete in Parker Goen at the quarterback position. Had plenty of reps last year as a junior. In his senior year, he's going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting for this team, as well as Colin Croto and Cole Giberson on defense. As we get into this one, both of these teams hungry for that first win of the season. Kearsarge is 3-0 all-time against ConVal. ConVal has not gone better than 1-8 in the past 5 seasons. If they can start on the right foot, both of these teams are very equal in the power rankings that New Hampshire Sports Page has put out for Division III, so it should be a good contest. We'll be back in just around 2 minutes with kickoff.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValle Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValle Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
Welcome back, folks. Just moments from kickoffs here. Public address announcer Bubba is announcing the starting lineups for tonight's game.
On the offensive line, number 72, Francisco Hayes.
Hames had a great season last year. His junior year led the ConVal team in tackles.
At end, number 84, Kendrick Edwards.
One of those track stars I was talking about that you got to keep an eye on for their speed, Kendrick Edwards.
At split end, number 17, Kai Reitenauer.
Kai Reitenauer, another good upperclassman for this ConVal team. Sammy Davis, a sophomore, but one of the players that head coach Matt Harris is most excited about. He plays halfback and defensive back and really does a great job leading the defense, especially as a sophomore. He's really just an outstanding athlete for ConVal.
And now for the Cougars, coached by Dave Yazzie.
Both these coaches, Dave Yazzie and Matt Harris, in their second season.
On the offensive line, number 70, Nevin Nouri. On the offensive line, number 72, Brody Malinowski.
Malinowski, a big body that Kearsarge trusted a lot last year when he was just a sophomore. Wasn't expecting to get as many reps as he did, but Yazzie is pumped that he has so many varsity minutes under his belt in just his first upperclassman year.
On the O-line, number 52, Wyatt Brothers. At tight end, number 44, Kellen Sullivan. At tight end, number 11, Jack Sikoria.
Sikoria, the junior tight end, might be one of their best passing options this year.
At running back, number 5, Colin Croto.
Croto, we talked about in the pregame, he's going to get the ball a ton today. Kearsarge loves to run the ball. They did it almost exclusively last year.
Parker Goen.
And Parker Goen, tall kid, versatile athlete, can run the ball. Expect some quarterback keepers tonight for Kearsarge. And now we're just moments away from the coin toss.
The officials for tonight's game, the referee, Mr. John Jaskolka. The umpire, Steve Colbert. The head linesman is Mitch Mastro Mateo. The line judge is Sean Monahan. And the back judge is Mike Santoro.
Beautiful weather here as the sun starts to set in Sutton, directly across from the field as the lights come on. Captains head out to center field for the coin toss. Today's coverage is being provided in part by Barton Insurance Agency, where they work for you and not the big insurance companies. They know how to serve your personal needs. And one of our sponsors today is Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor. With over 16 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service, their mission is to deliver a remarkable experience to every guest. And now the coin toss. Looks like ConVal has won it.
Okay. But if it's on, I just need him for fun. She doesn't go to the gym. She doesn't like basketball. I don't mind basketball, but I like football.
Cougars have picked their side. ConVal has picked to receive first. Try to get that offense churning as quick as possible. Keys to this game, first game of the season. Let's test the limits of these teams. Let's see how well these quarterbacks can pass after an off-season of hard work. We know that Division III football here in New Hampshire is all about the run game, but this is actually one of those few cases where we have some incredible quarterbacks. Although these teams are among the bottom of the power rankings that New Hampshire Sports Page has predicted, that's really just because of their upperclassmen. It's just that they don't have the numbers in those roles that other teams do that might have 15, 16, some 18 juniors and seniors. Both of these teams, well, they've got 7 and 9, each of them only having 4 seniors. If you've been a fan of the game of the week, Kearsarge, last year their identity was all about the run. If they were going to run the ball to the right, John Fraioli was going to carry it. He only ran right in games of the week that we called. It became a little bit funny how anytime he got the ball, you just knew exactly where he was headed, but it was still so effective. I'm kind of wondering and waiting to see who's going to have what roles for the running backs for their Kearsarge Cougars this year. As they set the ball up here on the 40-yard line, getting ready for kickoff. Down there for ConVal, Sammy Davis, the sophomore, lining up deep on the far side of the field. And number 11, Hayden Learn, the senior, on the near side.
Number 22, Cole Iverson will be kicking for Kearsarge.
Cole Giverson kicking this one away as he lines up. And they're ready in the wings. Giverson heads forward and sends this one Skyward softly landed around the ConVal 30, bounces once, and it's picked up by Learn. He's got to run to the short side of the field. Hit once, but he's on his feet still at the 35 and taken down at around the 38-yard line. ConVal's going to be kicking off this drive in fairly good field position. Happy with that return from Aiden Learn.
First and 10 for ConVal. They're on their own 38-yard line.
Number 10, Brady Brunel, is going to be quarterbacking this ConVal team this season. He is a junior, but he got a ton of reps last year as just a sophomore. Matt Harris says he's one of the most coachable guys he's ever seen. Although he doesn't have the height to get over a lot of lines in this league, he's very happy with the work that Brunel put in the offseason. In motion right now, Cadwallader goes to his right. This one, a nice spiral lofted down the right side, just off the fingertips of Sammy Davis. Incomplete for the first play of the game. Here's the replay. You can see Brunel out of the shotgun. Nice motion to try and read the defense. Kearsarge was playing zone on that one, and this lofted spiral was looking great for Sammy Davis, just couldn't quite catch up to it. And we've got our first time out of the game. A summer was not enough to draw up a game plan. Timeout taken just 13 seconds into the contest as teams look to talk over their strategy in the first drive. I mean, you can learn a lot of things here. Like I said, when that man went in motion, you could read that Kearsarge's defense was playing the zone. Maybe that's what this timeout is about. Maybe they had a plan for their first set of downs, and they want to reroute that right now. Our next game of the week will feature Kingswood here at Kearsarge. In this gridiron clash, you can check out our up-to-date schedule at ycnnow.com for the full slate of games as well as replays of previous games of the week. You can also watch those replays on YouTube. If you're very bad at clicking links like my mom is, YouTube is the best place to go for you. Live games, though, always at ycnnow.com. Second play of the drive here, Brunel gets the snap, hands one off to number 24, scurrying up the far side of the field, hit once, brought down for a short gain. That was Broden Frosch on the run there. The senior getting his first carry of the season. You could see big number 22, Cole Giberson, crashing through that offensive line, nearly had a tackle on the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't so. Third down, 6 yards to go, ball on the ConVal 42. As they line up facing the four-man front from Kearsarge. Brunel's got one man in the back to his right. He's going to hand this one off again. Far side of the field they go. Blocking is there. It's good for another short gain. Not enough for the first down. It's going to be close. They're still in their own half. They go for it here on 4th and 1. Looks like special teams may be coming on to avert a risk on the first drive of the season. Nice running play, though. I'm impressed with the ConVal offensive line so far. That was a point that Matt Harris talked about a lot. That is the part of the team that made the biggest leap forward from last year to this year. It was almost all underclassmen last year, which is what really hurt them in the long run. This season, that's where the majority of their upperclassmen are. 3 men in the back here as ConVal set up for what looks like another short running play. The handoff trying to trudge through the middle, and Kearsarge makes the stop. It's going to be a turnover on downs in ConVal territory. Great opening drive here for the Kearsarge Cougar defense. Look at the timing on this. Everyone right on the snap knew where to be. They smothered the outside of the offensive line and left nothing open in the middle. That was Colin Croto and Cole Giberson there helping out with that tackle. Those two lead the defense in every way for Kearsarge, and they showed up big right there. First down and 10 from the ConVal 46. Parker Golan takes his first snap of the season. Under center. Tosses one back, hands one off. Fantastic blocking. It's going to be good for the first down on the near side of the field. Then tackled is Jason Diamond, but what a carry for his first of the season.
And that's enough for Kearsarge.
They are going to go to him a lot.
First down.
This is always what I like about Kearsarge, just fantastic blocking on the flank of the offensive line.
1st and 10 for Kearsarge.
Jason knew right where to go. Look and find that hole right there. That is what made the first down. It was going to be a play for about 8 yards. Instead, they're set up well on the ConVal 32. Same formation here. Another handoff. Croto gets this one. He's headed toward the far side, barely gets past the line of scrimmage before being brushed out of bounds. Maybe a gain of 2.
Croto, the ball carrier.
See what ConVal did differently here as they move some of their guys on the corners of the line back, trying to let the play breathe a little bit and not get too aggressive and run into those Kearsarge blockers early. That was Sammy Davis there assisting with the shove out of bounds. Same formation again. Parker going under center. Takes the snap, fakes the first toss, gives it to Croto. It's going to be good for another short gain. There was a nice hole open there. You're going to see it again on the replay coming up. But Croto, he almost got let loose. You're going to see it. Check this out. Look toward the right side of the line. He's almost able to just explode through that hole, but it was big number 68 for ConVal. J.J. Way able to wrap him up just in time. And you can see the size difference. ConVal's line has come a long way. This team is going to be making space up front for their run game a lot, and they're going to be hard to run by. Parker Goins going to keep this one, wheeling toward the short side of the field. He's got a man down range, but he's going to have to hustle out of bounds for a gain, and he does. Is it enough for the first down? It's going to be close, but I think it's just 2 yards short. It's Parker Goins' first carry of the season.
A 6-yard gain in the play will make it 4th and 2.
You can see as he's looking for a pass, maybe just to buy himself a few extra yards there. He might have had Kellen Sullivan downfield, but it would have had to be over a couple of ConVal heads. Not an easy pass to make. Fourth and 2, Kearsarge in great position here. They're going to go for it. Going under center, takes the snap, hands one off. Struggling to get past the line of scrimmage. It's Jason Diamond. He's not able to. Runs into some friendly bodies there and is brought down. It's going to be a turnover on downs. ConVal's going to have this back.
1st and 10 for ConVal from their own 25-yard line.
Here's another look. You can see just too much traffic in the way of Jason Diamond's route there. Not able to get to the near side of the field quick enough and around his lineman. And now it's ConVal. Burnell hands this one off close. And it's going to be Elliot Featherstone, his first carry of the game. The junior fullback, he's going to have a ton of carries this year. Matt Harris was saying that he really bulked up over the summer. He was impressed with how much size he's put on. Seems to be all lean muscle. The kid was always quick, but now he should be able to break a few more tackles this year and be able to have a little more success trudging through defensive lines. Broden Frosch gets the handoff here. He squeaks up a hole. Left side, far side he goes. He's got the first down and more. Around a 12-yard carry there for Frosch. And for the first time this season, ConVal move the chains. You can see Frosch makes a decision right here to change his direction, go to the far side of the field. There was a nice little pocket to run through. Sammy Davis with a nice shoving block there to make some room, guarantee that first down. ConVal's up to the line again. Frosch is the back on this play. They've got 3 receiving options to the right side. Short pass, middle of the field, picked off. The Cougars are running this one back at the 40 and taken down, but what a play on the defense, wasting no time this drive. Caleb Naughton, his first interception of the season, the first turnover of the game of the season for both these teams. You can tell And a pass was there, but just a fantastic read by Naughton. Taller than the man he was matched up against as well. There was no doubt he was able to cut off that play effectively. Now Kearsarge get to pick off essentially right where they left off. I mean, they're sitting on the ConVal 40, just trying to enhance on their first drive of the game, see if they can convert this to some points. Goen takes the snap, tosses one to Croto, scurrying toward the right side. He's hit once, twice, and brought down. Maybe even before the line of scrimmage, might have been a loss of one.
Colin Croto, the ball carrier. Gain of 1 on the play.
Referee's going to spot this one at contact, so maybe about a gain of a half a yard instead. Nice little spin move, almost broke free, but number 7, Alliston Bolton, came out of nowhere, was on the opposite side of the field, crashed into the play, and made the stop. Now for the first time, Parker Goen out of the shotgun. 2 receiving options close side. He's going to keep this one, looking downfield. His eyes are set to the far side. He's going to have to scramble out of options now, crossing the line of scrimmage, and it's a 5-yard gain. Chipping away at the yardage here. A couple of slant routes from the near side to the far side. Goen trying to find them here. They just never freed up. ConVal were double teaming both of those receivers. There really was just no chance. It was a good job there by Goen to identify that he had to scramble. ConVal playing this defense kind of reserved, just having a 3-man front on the line. Maybe hedging their bets, it's going to be another pass. Kearsarge running this play again out of the shotgun. As Goen takes the snap, fakes the handoff there to Croto. Pass is short, far side, connects, and it's good for a first down and more. Hit once and twice, shoved out of bounds at the 20. Fantastic passing play, connects there to Cole Giberson. And Kearsarge moved the chain. They're threatening the red zone.
Giberson.
Nice little route there by Giberson, turning inside just in time. That play was all timing from Goen and Giberson. Kearsarge is going to step up to the line on the 22-yard line. No outside receiving options here. Giberson in the backfield, Croto motions, handoff to Giberson, he punches through. It might already be good for another first. Heavy contact, might have been brought down just short. But a fantastic running play there. Kearsarge had ConVal completely fooled. Look at how ConVal just was crashing that far side of the field. They weren't expecting Giberson to get the ball and punch straight up the gut. .6:45 to play here in quarter number 1. Kearsarge setting up in the same fashion. Giberson behind Goen, Croto on the near side. They fake the handoff here. Goen keeps it, looking near side. Nearly connects, but it's off the fingertips of Kellen Sullivan, and it's incomplete. Defended well by Sammy Davis.
Goen's pass attempt to Sullivan is incomplete.
Anytime ConVal's defending, you're going to hear Sammy Davis's name a lot. Remember, the kid is just a sophomore. He's quick. He seems to end up everywhere, always in the right spot on the play. And if he's matching up against a senior, that's not a mismatch. That's intentional. He's just that talented. Can't wait to see what he's able to do in his upperclassman seasons. Goen hands it off. They're going for short yardage here, just trying to move the chains. Was it enough? Referees making their way out to the pile, trying to spot this one down. And that should be good for a Kearsarge first down.
Cole Giberson, the ball carrier. And that's enough.
This is just a teamwork football play right here. Everyone converge on the center. Let's get our man moving forward. Kearsarge has a 1st and 10 on the ConVal 11. Trying to put up their first points of 2023. Goen out of the shotgun. Giberson on his left. This one's handed off. Diamond trying to find a hole on the near side, not able to. That'll bring us to 2nd and maybe 9. Might have been a gain of a yard on this play.
Jason Diamond on the ball carrying.
Kearsarge doing a great job of keeping ConVal's defense on their toes. I love how they're setting up under center, shotgun on these early drives in the first quarter. Not letting ConVal get a good read. And they've shown that they're not afraid to pass the ball this season, which I love. Last year, they were so run heavy, you could really set your defense up better for it. Diamond here has the carry. There's a flag on the play as he hustles up the near side, brought down around the 6-yard line.
There's a flag on the play.
We'll see what the flag is. And it is going to be on Kearsarge here. We should be headed back 5 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. I'm expecting a Kearsarge pass play coming up. They'll be picking this one up from, I believe, the 16. Spotting it at the 15, actually. It'll be 2nd down and 14 to go. Kearsarge up to the line, running this play out of the shotgun. Giberson on Goins' right. Croto on the near side. Diamond motions on the play inside, flag on the play, and that is going to be a false start. It might be on Kearsarge again, doing themselves no favors on their best drive of the game so far. They get in close, and they're just trying to hustle these plays a little bit too hard.
Illegal motion on the offense. That's a 5-yard penalty.
That last play they were going to run, Diamond came through in motion. Seemed like it was going to be a passing play out of the shotgun. We'll see if that's exactly where they go back to this time. Setting up the same way, except now they've got 2 options for receivers on the near side of the field. Goins gets the snap. He's going to hang on to it. He's looking to his left. Now having to scramble again. This ConVal line gets in so quickly. Goins scrambling still. Contact at around the 25, and he's brought down.
Parker going on the keeper.
That'll bring us to 3rd and very long here. Watch ConVal just come in. You could see everywhere Goins' eyes were trying to look. There was always a lineman right in his face, too close for comfort, couldn't commit to the pass. And you can see downfield, that's just fantastic coverage down there by 34. Way too Selby for ConVal.
25-yard line.
Third down, 24 to go, 25 to the house. Another penalty here on the offense. Just scratching their heads here.
5-yard penalty.
5 yards farther back we go.
3rd and 29 for Kearsarge. Ball's on the 30-yard line of ConVal.
Ball's now moved all the way back to the 30. 3rd down, 29 yards to go. All right, Parker going. Show me a highlight. Low snap, can't get a handle on it. Now it's going to be a pure scramble. Down the field he looks, heaves one up. Almost connecting, but it's off the back, and it's going to be passer interference here. This is a crucial play for Kearsarge.
Goins' passing test is incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
This should move way up the field. This play was hectic right from the jump. The low snap bobbled, an early tackle. That going just barely evaded. He was able to heave one downfield. And then Griffin Delisle there just getting a little too close, trying to defend his man. It's going to move the ball all the way up to the 15 or so, cutting this distance in half. Still 3rd and long, 3rd and 14 to be exact.
The ball's on the 15-yard line.
It's do or die on this play for a touchdown. In field goal range, though. Kearsarge hoping to exit this drive with some points on the board. Golan sets up under center. And he's got to hand one off to Croto, who is wrapped up immediately. What a tackle. In on the play, J.J. Way. His second big tackle of the game already. Keep your eye on 68. He's hidden right now. But here he comes. Absolutely smothered Colin Croto. No gain right there. Kearsarge calling a timeout. It's 4th and 18. What is David Yazzie going to do? Kearsarge's defense has played great to this point. I mean, they've already got an interception, and they had a 4-and-out stop on ConVal's first drive. YCN would like to thank our wonderful lineup of sponsors for their great support: Echo Communications, Barton Insurance, HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, North Cape Design Build, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and La Valley Building Supply. We encourage you to thank them and buy local. Out of the timeout and ready to go here is Kearsarge, and the offense is there. They're going to go for this. See if fortune favors the Brave here. It's a beautiful snap. Gowan's got some time to work with. He's looking end zone. Short pass, just short. Isn't enough. It's got to be good for a first. Kearsarge might have done it. The referee spotting this one short. I think he was able to get that ball across the first down marker, but we've got a bit of an awkward angle here. It's tough to see. It is going to be a turnover on downs, but a fantastic effort here by Gowan, trying to connect with Croto on this pass, and he's able to. If it was just a 1.5 feet higher, maybe Croto's able to stay on his feet and get into the end zone, but it wasn't so. Now ConVal, although they've got the ball, they're going to be under immediate pressure, taking this one from their own 4-yard line. Burnell hands one off. Kearsarge smothers the play dead, right around the 6. Fantastic read by the defense here.
At number 5, Anthony Cadwallader, the ball carrier.
I don't know if you were able to track that on the beginning part of that play, but number 72, Brody Malinowski, he was able to free up off his man on the line, make some space separate, and then connect on that tackle. Had some help if he needed it, but just a great job there of getting off that lineman that had him marked. Nice little play, switching directions toward the near side of the field they come, but it's another fantastic smother. This time it's Parker Gowan, the Kearsarge quarterback, getting involved on defense. He's played defensive back at varsity for 3 seasons now, and he's no stranger to this type of play. Look at him reading all the way, not marked by a blocker, and there was just no shot to get by him. And it's going to be Featherstone here. He's able to barrel his way straight through everybody, and it's going to be good for a ConVal first down.
Elliott Featherstone with the ball.
Great job there, breaking contact time after time.
First and 10 on their own 18-yard line.
1 minute 15 to go here in the first quarter. ConVal hasn't had possession on offense outside of their own half so far. And they're trying to work quickly. It's another running play. Similar route as the last play. This one only going to be good for about 3 yards.
Broden Frosch, the ball carrier.
That was Broden Frosch again with the carry here. Gets the handoff from Brunel.
Ball's on their own 23-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Might have had a nice window if he was able to take one step to his right there toward the end of that run. Just ended up going into heavy traffic. Now Sammy Davis. He's got to get the handoff here, trying to show off those legs. Spins off one tackle, but too many Kearsarge linemen in his way. Another short gain, maybe a yard or so.
Number 1, Sammy Davis with the ball.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 to go.
3rd and 4 from their own 24-yard line for the ConVal Cougars.
That is going to do it. As the time ticks down in quarter number 1, the score is knotted at 0. We'll be back in just a minute as we switch sides for quarter 2.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
Welcome back, folks. Berkeley Stevens here, bringing you the game of the week between Kearsarge and ConVal in Sutton, New Hampshire. Score is knotted at 0. No one's been able to break their way through the end zone just yet. Kearsarge really begging for a false start call there. They were bullied with them on their last offensive drive, and they think they were able to find one for ConVal. Seems like the referees may agree here. Spot this one back 5 yards. The refs, though, very slow to call that one. There were 3-4 Kearsarge players jumping up and down trying to point at the play. And it is indeed a false start on the offense.
False start, 5-yard penalty.
Today's coverage is being brought to you in part by La Valley and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. They celebrate over 60 years of serving you locally from 12 locations in our area. Now after the false start, what was a really good-looking drive has turned into 3rd and 8. ConVal's going to have to make a play here. Brunel gets the snap, passing play, far side of the field, connects! And it's good for about a gain of 6. They're going to be awfully close. The field position, though, may be too risky to go for this on 4th and 2. Brunel, though, good quick release here, found his target in Kendrick Edwards. Connected up high, easy one for Edwards to catch. Like I was saying in the pregame, Edwards is one of those track stars for ConVal, so it was good that he ran into contact right away, because if he gets free, those afterburners are coming on, and he's going to be long gone. ConVal line up. 4th and 1 on their own 27. Brunel gets the snap. It's going to be a running play. Near side they go. It's going to be good for the 1st down. ConVal's going to keep this alive, and the risk pays off. Nice carry there by the sophomore Sammy Davis.
Left for a ConVal
Hard-working
first down.
play there to get through the Kearsarge line.
On their own 33-yard line.
Parker Goen had a good read on this play, trying to crash through, but Edwards actually made a little bit of contact, brought him off his line. Made just big enough a pocket for Sammy Davis to run through and get the yards he needed. Out of the shotgun again. Burnell's going to hand this one off. Flag on the play as Broden Frosch is brought down.
Broden Frosch with the ball. We got flag in the play.
Looks like this penalty is going to be on Anthony Cadwallader. It's going to be another 5-yarder. Well, first game of the season, this is when you expect to see the most false starts. Get this out of your system as we move into games later in the fall. Hard to even see Cadwallader make that false start on the replay. Just barely jumped the gun. The refs, though, not nearly as slow as they were on the previous false start to call that one. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by ConVal. Check out Echo Communications for all of your printing and mailing needs. They're the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. And Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor is helping make today's game coverage possible. They have a full menu of amazing seafood, land fare, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party or palate. Watch an interview with Bubba at halftime for a big announcement. That's old copy, folks. Disregard that last sentence. If you were tuned into a game of the week in January, you would have had to deal with that, but Bubba's since made that announcement. Teams lining up here, getting ready on a first down with 15 to go. The ball is on ConVal's 28-yard line. Burnell sets up out of the shotgun. Little trick play here, scampering through and with a ton of speed. There is separation. Here he goes, Broden Frosch, far side of the field, brought down at the 22. What a run there for Frosch. In celebration with his team, ConVal has finally connected on a big offensive play. And for the first time this game, they're in Kearsarge territory. Look at him go, hurdling a man, breaking 2 tackles. Fantastic blocking out front.
Ball's on the Kearsarge 23-yard line.
Man, Kearsarge is lucky that Jack Sikoria laid it all out there, full extension, to make that tackle. Fantastic run there, though, from Frosch. Best offensive stuff we've seen tonight from ConVal. Setting up quickly here, out of the shotgun. In motion is Sammy Davis. He comes inside, gets the handoff here. Tries to crash through the middle. The Kearsarge Cougars make it tough, make it impossible. Davis running into 3 Kearsarge players, not able to find an inch. Again, this kid is a sophomore. Look at the power he generates breaking this tackle. That's a big guy right there in Bryce Gove, junior, linebacker. No problem for Sammy Davis, but there was more traffic in the way. He wasn't able to get far. Still, though, he is going to be special this year and in years to come. Out of the shotgun again. Burnell's going to keep this one, passing it short side. Davis gets it again. Has a little bit of room to scamper up a few yards.
Davis complete. A couple on the play.
I love how confident head coach Matt Harris is in Sammy Davis. He had 1 year to look at him as a freshman last year, and it seems like he already knows he is going to be one of the dudes on this ConVal team. Setting up again here out of the shotgun. Third down, 6 yards to go on the Kearsarge 19. Burnell hands this one off, crashing through the near side of the field. That's going to be Featherstone. Good for a couple yards, not good enough for the first.
That'll bring up fourth down. 4th and 3, balls in the Kearsarge.
He's able to get this one all the way up to the 15, but it's still 4th down and 3. This would set up around a 35-yard kick. Neither team has gone for that sort of field goal attempt yet. And the offense is going to stay out there just as is. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Burnell, short pass over, far side connects, contact is made, and he's brought down. Was it short of the first down marker? It is going to be awfully close here as the refs converge, but it is good for a ConVal first down, and they are within striking distance now. Burnell over toward the far side, able to find Reitenauer. Sammy Davis with a nice block in front of him. You can see Burnell already celebrating. He knew they had crossed the important line and given themselves a new set of downs. Now 1st and 10 from the Kearsarge 11. Same exact situation that Kearsarge was in on their most recent drive, plagued by false starts. Nothing called here. Burnell takes this one to the far side, and he's brought down hard. Jack Sikoria there, the junior, with a hard tackle onto the quarterback. Burnell was able to wheel his way up toward the sideline, gaining just a yard. Sikoria comes in, you can see Burnell trying to slide that one and avoid heavy contact. Looks like he did so just in time as Sikoria was coming in hot. Out of the shotgun, Burnell gets a low snap, spirals one near side of the field, connects with Davis, into the end zone he goes. ConVal's got 6 on the board, touchdown Sammy Davis. 9-yard passing play. Bradley Burnell to Sammy Davis for the first touchdown of the ConVal 2023 season. Here's another look. Good job there, able to handle that low snap in his fingertips, and what a beautiful spiral there. Davis with some room, all the room he needs. As Colin Croto not able to crash into that play quick enough. Now going for the point after try. It's going to be number 42 for ConVal. Not on the roster. That kick is going to be just short. Here's another look at that Sammy Davis touchdown. Such a great job there, too, by Burnell, just handling that low snap. That's not an easy thing to do. We've seen both quarterbacks struggle with that this game. And then Sammy Davis, just what a beautiful play there. Able to get by short coverage. And ConVal leads over Kearsarge 6-0 with 6:47 left in half number 1. And as we've got our first couple of highlights of the season, make sure you stay tuned at the end of this telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game for the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's contest. ConVal ready to kick this one Kearsarge's way. Down there to receive this kick for the Kearsarge Cougars, Colin Croto, just like last year. Hard to see from this angle. I believe it's Aiden Ruckman, also back there for Kearsarge. This one gets sent toward the far side of the field. It's going to go out of bounds. That'll cause a penalty on that play and move the field position up a little bit for Kearsarge to open this next drive.
Edwards kicked it out of bounds.
H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning, along with their Muddy Paws Pet Wash and Auto Bath Car Wash in Kentucky. Additional support for the game of the week is being provided by North Cape Design Build. If you'd like to support our programming, please contact us at ycnnow.com. And it looks like the Kearsarge Cougars are ready to rumble here on this next drive, having to respond to a strong offensive drive from ConVal. They showed their great speed. They showed what Sammy Davis can do as a receiver. The offense just clicked for ConVal on that last drive. Let's see if Kearsarge can do the same thing. They've had great success in this game so far, just false starts got in their way. Goen takes the snap out of the shotgun, and it is fumbled. No, they rule it incomplete, as it was a forward attempt, just slipping through the palms of Kellen Sullivan.
Goen's pass attempt to Sullivan is incomplete.
Ball is on the 35, as it brings up 2nd and 10. And Kearsarge comes out of the huddle. ConVal's got a 3-man front on the line. 4 linebackers, 2 safeties playing the secondary. They fake the handoff. Goen's got this one. Evades one tackle, looks downfield, has to scramble again. He's really let those legs loose this game. Toward the near side he goes, and shuffling out of bounds. Near the line of scrimmage, there's going to be no gain on this play. But a good job there by Goen, not losing any yards. Cole Giberson frustrated after that last play. You can see he's just kind of caught in front of Goen in no man's land, struggling to pick up a block there. The play was all around him, but just too far away at all times. Third down and long. Kearsarge has gotten no yards on this drive, still sitting at the 35-yard line. Another flag on the play. This one may be on the defense, as they're trying to count out just how many guys we got out there.
No flag in the play.
All right. A little bit of a counting error there, but I can't feel too bad for them. Both these teams are called the Cougars, so there's always just too many Cougars out there tonight. Hard to keep track. The offense got a nice little breather right there during that commotion. Parker Goen takes this one under center. Hands one off short. Nice little run off the short side, but brought down is Cole Giberson.
Cole Giberson, the ball carrier.
That's not going to be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 or 4 yards to go here. Giberson here looked like he had room to make a play, maybe get up the field for a first down. But it's a nice job there by Griffin Delisle to close the distance on defense and make the stop. Kearsarge runs a man in motion. This is the punting unit. Giberson connects really well with that one, all the way down to the ConVal 29. Sammy Davis hustles toward the sideline, makes his way up to around the 42 on ConVal's half. And that's where they'll pick this one up from on their next drive. First punt of the season in contest there for Giberson. Seems to be no butterflies. Connected that one pretty well. Sammy Davis showing how brave he is, not ruling the fair catch, even though it looked like Colin Croto was just on him. The second he caught that ball, still Sammy Davis was able to run forward for around 13 yards. Low snap again. This is going to be trouble for ConVal. All the way back to the 30 he goes. Back to that touchdown play. This is the second low snap in a row. That one, though, far too low. No, not able to get any sort of a handle on it and has to just dive on it. In hopes that Kearsarge doesn't get to it first. That brings up 2nd down and 22. As we move all the way back to the ConVal 31. 5 minutes to play here in the first half of the first game of the fall. Burnell laces one, far side of the field, connects with Edwards. He's gonna go for the first, far side of the field. That's the speed I was talking about. Makes it all the way to the Kearsarge 32. Kendrick Edwards, watch this replay. You're gonna see just how fast he is. He is a track star, a part of that ConVal Championship relay team last year. And when these legs get going, just look at that acceleration, just explodes up the sideline.
36-yard line.
Great effort there by Parker Goen, just to try and make heavy contact, and he's able to. Timeout gets taken here with 4:46 left to play in the half. The ball will be picked up on Kearsarge's 36-yard line. And once again, YCN would like to thank our wonderful lineup of sponsors for their great support. That's Echo Communications, Barton Insurance, HR Clough, Kearsarge Heating, North Cape Design Build, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and La Valley Building Supply. We encourage you to thank them as well and buy local. And you can watch our Yankee Chronicle, the Who, What, Where, and When show of the Lake Sunapee region. A new show premieres every Thursday and Friday at noon and 7 p.m. or on demand anytime at ycnnow.com. And here we go. After a fantastic passing play connecting with Kendrick Edwards, ConVal, their offense trying to explode up the far side of the field again, but that's going to be for a short gain. Nice play there by Jason Diamond to get it on the stop.
Number 33, Elliott Featherstone with the ball.
Featherstone here gets the carry, trying to punch his way up that right side pocket. There was an awfully big window, but it's a great job by Giberson as well as Diamond to close it as quick as possible. Only a gain of 2 yards on that last play. Could have been a lot worse. Burnell's going to keep this one. Hurls one near side of the field. It's going to be picked off. The Cougars have it back at the 15, the 20, scrambles toward the 25. It's Colin Cole. He's making his way around the 35 and brought down. Another interception for Kearsarge. Colin Croto, what a catch, what a return. Here's another look, catches that one right in the center of his chest, and look at all the contact he brings. There's Sammy Davis. We know how good he is on defense, not able to wrap up Croto, and here's another one. Breaks that contact there, nice little side step to the left, explodes toward the middle of the field, and he's able to get 5 yards farther all the way up to the Kearsarge 34. Things were looking dire for Kearsarge a moment ago as ConVal was looking like they were going to strike again. But a hero play from Colin Croto gets Kearsarge the ball back. Parker Goen tosses one back, running up the near side again. And it's Aiden Ruckman brought down. It's going to be good for another Kearsarge first down. Aiden Ruckman, the freshman, he's gotten a couple of carries so far this game. Love to see David Yazzie using his freshmen, trying to see what they can do for him on opening night. Not a lot of coaches will do that. David Yazzie knows, hey, if he's quick, let's use that to our advantage. Great speed there shown by Ruckman. Under center, Parker Goen, ready to take the snap. They toss this one back. It's going to be Diamond. Far side of the field, brought down at just around midfield. Maybe good for a gain of 4. Nice tackle there by Roman Cadwell-Allen. Big number 99, the junior. Watch him. He's in the center of this play, and he's able to hustle his way toward the outside of the field. Make a big tackle for his ConVal squad. Roman, the brother of Anthony Cadwell-Adder, another great player for this ConVal team, one of their 4 seniors. This one's going to be handed off to Croto. Contact on the line of scrimmage. He's able to get by. maybe chew up around 4 more yards. Here's another look at that Colin Croteau run. Cole Giberson was grabbing his knee after that play, but he did pop right back up with the help of one of the ConVal Cougars. You can see there in that last frame, kind of twisted. Not enough for an injury, but enough that he was able to feel it. Glad to see he's okay. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Parker Goen hangs on to this one, looking short side of the field. It's a short pass intended for Diamond. Not connected. That's going to move the clock to 1:54.
They're at 4th and 3.
We're going to have 4th down and 3 here. Kearsarge has gone for the risk every time. Would not be shocked at all if they do it again. Strike that, their last drive they totally punted, but it was 4th and 8. 4th and within 5, they've gone for it 3 times. And they're definitely doing it again here. Parker Goen in the huddle trying to make this play perfect. Kearsarge struts up to the line, facing down a 3-man front from ConVal. Short yardage to go. 3 yards is all they need to keep this alive. Trying to strike within the first half. Goen gets the snap. He takes this one way back. Short pass to Croteau, scampering toward it. He's able to get the first. Still going, taking down at the ConVal 35. Kearsarge has to move quickly. They've got the first down, and they've got to make it happen on this drive. Look how far Parker Goen goes back, making sure that he's under absolutely no pressure for the pass, and he's able to connect with Croteau, who lets those legs loose.
1st and 10 for the Cougars on the ConVal 35-yard line.
12-yard running play there by Croteau, his best of the night. 90 seconds left in the half. Goen under center, takes the snap, hands one off. It's going to be Ruckman again. He's found a few yards, heavy contact on the near side, and he'll be brought down. A gain of about 3 or 4. They like that play with Ruckman along the near side of the field. Spin move there, breaks the contact off of big number 55, James Healy. Tries to go for the spin move again, just didn't have the momentum, not able to get by the rest of the ConVal defense. But Kearsarge stepping up to the line with some short success on that last play. They'll set up here out of the shotgun. Goen keeps the snap, heaves one, far side of the field. ConVal nearly picked that one off. It was off the fingertips. It was awfully close to an interception. Featherstone just jumped in on this play. Keep your eye on number 33, second guy to your left. Just made contact there with Ruckman. Almost bounced off that contact, recovered, and picked it off. ConVal's going to take a timeout here. They want to make sure the defense is sound. Most important play of the game for the ConVal defense. This game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply. With 12 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire, they're hiring and are a great employer. You can learn more at lavalleys.com. And folks, welcome. You're watching our NCTV regional TV station. You can watch it on TDS TV 13 and channel 1013, NCTV 8, and at ycnnow.com by clicking on the live screen. You can take us with you wherever you go, and you don't have to have cable to watch us. And the pressure is on Kearsarge here on opening night at their home stadium. In the waning moments of half number 1, they're on the ConVal 30. They're in enemy territory. Can they get it done? Their drives have been riddled with penalties, setting them back, keeping them from the end zone. Parker Goen here, setting up out of the shotgun. Giberson's on his right, and there's going to be a penalty called on the defense. This is going to be massive for Kearsarge. I believe this is going to, in fact, move the chains and get Kearsarge that first down.
That brings up Kearsarge.
Talk about a gift. Those false starts that were giving Kearsarge so much trouble earlier in this half have finally benefited them in an offensive drive. Parker Goen gets the snap. He hangs on, looking toward the far side of the field. Proto's down there, but Goen's got to scramble. He's able to gain about 8 yards before hustling out of bounds. Might have got to around the 18. You can see Croto here on the far side of the field, number 5. He's open for a minute. As you can tell, that defender stepped to his left, was occupied for a moment, but Goen, he saw that space as an opportunity to run it. And I don't mind that decision. Taking it from the far hash marks, Goen keeps this one again. There is a flag on the play as Goen scrambles toward the middle of the field. Nice stiff arm there as he breaks contact. Near side of the field, heaves one. Obviously incomplete. We'll see what the flag is on this play. James Healy for ConVal was down on that play, kind of favoring his right side at the moment. Seems like this penalty is going to be on Kearsarge. Referee on the far side right now communicating with Colin Croto, who seems to be the player who committed the penalty. Just kind of seemed like the body language to tell Croto how he should have blocked the player and that it might have been an illegal block. We'll see what the call is here, but Kearsarge is definitely going to be moving this one back. As both teams of Cougars wait, there's a conference among Zebras right now at around the 18-yard line as we wait to see what their decision is. Let's talk about who's made an impact so far this game. For the Cougars, it's not even a question. Colin Croto, he's been dynamite. Running the ball, a couple of nice receptions, as well as an interception where he was able to return it for 20 yards. On the side of ConVal, Sammy Davis has not been kept quiet on offense or defense. He's got the lone touchdown of this game on a nice passing play from Bradley Brunell, who's also been great for ConVal. He's a shorter quarterback, but clearly not afraid to pass it over taller linemen and linebackers. The spirals from Brunell have looked fantastic too. Every one of them has been pretty. And when you can see that from a junior quarterback where you've got another year left in him, if you're Matt Harris, the head coach of ConVal, you've got to be pumped. You might not have a lot of seniors this year, but you're going to be building something special. ConVal's had their struggles the last 5 seasons, but I think this is the core that could really turn it around this year or next. It was on the defense. They must have called this on James Healy, the illegal block. It's going to bring it 5 yards closer to the end zone. And time is ticking. Just 22 seconds to play here in the half. And the ball is going to be on the 10. It's first and goal. Goen's got to keep this one. ConVal seems fooled. It's near side of the field. It's a running play. Quarterback keeper. No gain at all on that play. ConVal may have been fooled because everyone on Kearsarge you're going to see right here, they all move left. That fools the defense for a moment. What it doesn't do is give Parker Goen any blocking once ConVal catches onto it. You can see it is nothing but white jerseys around him there. A little bit of trickery. Didn't quite pay off. There is a player down on the field right now. Seems to be a Kearsarge player. Not sure what player it is. But the coach and trainer are out there. Face down, they're talking to him. They're getting response. Hopefully he's able to get up on his own. As both teams respectfully take a knee. Even the ConVal cheerleaders knelt down, respecting the injury. You do love to see that sportsmanship that we get here in New Hampshire Division III football. .6 seconds to go. It is do or die time here for Kearsarge in our first game of the week. Brought to you by our wonderful sponsors, Echo Communications, Barton Insurance, HR Clough, Kearsarge Heating, North Cape Design Build, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and the Valley Building Supply. And under his own accord, to one knee, the lone Kearsarge player still on the pitch is able to make his way up to his feet. And he seems to be walking off without a limp, shaking that right arm. So it does seem to be an arm injury. That's Jack Sikori, who's had a couple of really nice tackles this game too. Hopefully he's able to make his way back into the action. Definitely one of those players that Kearsarge needs this season, every single game. Sikoria, the tight end defensive back, upperclassman. Kearsarge is going to need him, but they give him a rest here for what could be the final play of the half. It's 2nd and goal on the 10. 11.6 seconds left. Parker going, setting up here under center. Cole Giberson behind him. The home crowd going a little crazy here as Goen keeps it. He heaves one toward the corner, and it connects. It's to Diamond. The referees are going to stop this one out. And Diamond not able to get it over, but with 6 seconds left and just a yard to get, Kearsarge is looking like they could surely strike the end zone here. Going head up all the way. A nice high release on that pass to get it over everyone. And man, I don't know. Looking at that pylon from this angle, it looked like Diamond could have had it right there before his knees touched down. If Kearsarge isn't able to convert this into a touchdown, I think everyone's going to be looking back on that play. From this angle, it's really hard to see if he was short or if he got it around. But what a crucial moment. And just to build some more suspense for you, David Yazzie takes a timeout.
77 on white is lazy.
6 seconds left. They must be going to their favorite thing in the playbook here. The ball is on the 2. All right, Yazzie, how do you get short yardage in a big moment? First game of the season, heavy heartbeats on both sides. The defense right now trying to make what might be the most important stop of the night. And Kearsarge are trying to even this game back up at 6, if not take the lead. Remember to stay tuned at the end of the telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. For the player that had the greatest impact on tonight's contest. The huddle breaks, the timeout expires. To the line of scrimmage we go. On the 2-yard line. Likely the last play of the first half. Parker Goen is going to take this one. Under center. Giberson behind him. Diamond and Croto on the flanks. Diamond in motion. Goen keeps this one. Having to scramble, trying to look for a receiver. Toward the middle of the field he goes. The clock is at 0. Did he get it or is he short? The referees waving this one short, and ConVal celebrates as they have kept Kearsarge off the board in half number 1. Going into halftime to score, ConVal 6, Kearsarge 0. We'll be back in a few.
The Lake Sunapee region is one of the few communities in the country where you can ski year-round. During the summer season, the lake provides water skiing, fishing, swimming, and boating. During the winter, Mount Sunapee Resort, located at the south end of the lake, is one of the most popular ski and snowboard destinations in New Hampshire. The views of Lake Sunapee from the trails in Sun Bowl are spectacular. For more information about visiting our beautiful area, contact the Lake Sunapee Region Chamber of Commerce.
NCTV programs are underwritten in part by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating Oil, Propane, and Motor Fuels, with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning. Their friendly, highly trained, and certified staff is available to assist you throughout the process. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer in New London since 1997, and much further back as the Country Press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. LaValley Building Supply, serving homeowners and contractors since 1962. Whether you're an experienced builder or simply a do-it-yourselfer, you'll find what you need at LaValley Building Supply. Barton Insurance Agency provides local access to all your business and personal insurance needs, from auto, home, life, to business liability and related needs. Experience the hometown difference of Barton Insurance Agency. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor for great land fare, seafood, sandwiches, and Baba's award-winning chowder. You won't be disappointed. They're having a lot of fun at Baba's Bar and Grill. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown newspaper covering the Kearsarge, Sunapee, and Sunshine region of New Hampshire. Online and in print, the Innertown Record. Main Street Bookends in Warner, an independent bookstore providing books, toys, games, cards, and gifts. With a gallery showcasing local arts and artists, Main Street Bookends in Warner. And North Cape Design Build. Thank all our underwriters for making your local programming possible on NCTV.
And welcome back, folks. It's halftime here in our game of the week between ConVal and Kearsarge Division III football. Currently, ConVal lead this one by a score of 6-0. They were able to score a touchdown off a nice passing play from Bradley Brunell to Sammy Davis for the only points of the game. The half just expired with Kearsarge threatening on ConVal's 2-yard line, but they weren't able to cross. Parker Goen on a quarterback keeper trying to scramble up the middle was stopped just short by the ConVal defensive line. The biggest play so far in this game happened with just 2 seconds to play in half number one. It should be a fantastic half number two going forward. These two teams seem so evenly matched, not afraid to pass the ball, which is always exciting to see in this division, especially that is always so heavily run favored. But these quarterbacks, Parker Goen, Bradley Brunell, not afraid to sling it today, and the speed has been showing off on both sides as well. I expect some heavy highlights in half number two. Stick around. We'll be back with the third quarter in around 10 minutes.
Need replacement windows? LaValley Middleton is the place. As a building supply company, most major brands are available to them. Whether your thoughts lead you to triple glazing with a glass coating, or a brand offering only a glass coating, LaValley's has the product information. LaValley's does not knowingly let itself be undersold by anyone, anywhere. Replacement windows are a good idea, but it shouldn't be a reason to overpay. LaValley's offers financing through the same sources as others. Often, buyers find their financing less costly locally and their business more appreciated. When you hear an offer of no interest or no payments for a year, you can be sure that there's a high price attached. It's a signal that you need to call LaValley Middleton for a competitive price for the same product installed. Call or visit one of our 12 locations or go to lavalleys.com. Talk with a project specialist and arrange a visit for measuring and providing a very competitive price.
Those of us who live, work, and play in the Lake Sunapee region know and love the joys that our natural resources provide. Through many generations, the beauty, the stillness, and the memorable family events have soothed our souls and refreshed our spirits. But now, it is clear that our lakes, ponds, and streams need our help.
LSPA is committed to preserving and enhancing the environmental integrity of the Lake Sunapee region, especially its lakes and watersheds, despite the many challenges that lie ahead. Through education, research, and collaborative action, we can work together to avoid declining water quality and environmental degradation. We've created a public awareness campaign called Let's Be Clear to arm you with the facts so that each of us can choose actions that protect the lakes we love.
So, you might ask, what exactly is it that individuals can do? Here are a few suggestions. Eliminate the use of fertilizer, or choose phosphorus-free fertilizer and don't apply it within 100 feet of water. Use non-toxic methods to control pests and weeds. Pick up and properly dispose of pet waste. Maintain your septic system by having it pumped and routinely inspected. If you have property on lakes or streams, plant buffers near the water instead of lawns, and make sure that bare soil is covered with plants or mulch. Don't feed the waterfowl. It's not good for them, and it's not good for our lakes. Follow state and local tree cutting and construction rules that protect our water. Our lakes and ponds, pristine though they may appear, are sending us a very clear and strong, if silent, message. The essence of what they are saying can be summarized by the following 4 facts. 1. The water quality of our lakes, ponds, and streams is in decline, and we should all be very concerned. Number 2, runoff carrying contaminants from fertilizer, road salt, septic systems, and erosion, all the result of our individual and collective actions, is the primary cause of this degradation. 3, each of us can help to reverse these trends by choosing small steps that will protect water quality. And 4, inaction would be devastating, not only to our natural resources, but to our community's economy, our personal property values, and our cherished quality of life.
As development increases and storm events intensify, it's more important than ever that we all, individually and collectively, take proactive steps to protect water quality. This alarming picture of a cyanobacteria bloom was taken on Lake Sunapee in Herrick Cove. Each summer, more toxic blooms are occurring in lakes and ponds throughout New Hampshire. Such blooms have harmful effects for people and can even be fatal for pets and wildlife. This doesn't have to be our future. Our collective actions do make a difference.
Ask yourself what you can do to help. And please, share this message with friends and neighbors. To learn more or to get involved, visit lakesunapee.org.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record. watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Innertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
Welcome back, folks. Halftime just around 3 minutes to go before it expires here as teams are back out to the field. And it's such a benefit to these kids. When I was a high school athlete, I think I had 2 baseball games in my entire 4 years recorded. I've got a couple of moments, but I sure would have liked to have more. These kids are spoiled. They have so much film, so many memories that they can go back to and relive those moments. So thank you to our sponsors for making that a possibility for them. 80 seconds until we're ready for kickoff here in half number 2. If you remember, ConVal received in the first quarter, so it's going to be Kearsarge with the ball first here. Hopefully they're able to get a pretty explosive return, put themselves into a good position, and get back into this game as quick as possible. They're still in business, but the offense just needs to find a way to finish when they're in the final 15 yards of the field. ConVal's defense, their line is their strength, so when it gets to the point where their back is up against the wall, well, that's actually when they perform their best. They look a little too comfortable in the final 10 yards of their own field, but whatever is their strength is going to be what Matt Harris is going to use to their advantage, and so far, it's paid off. The only touchdown was scored by sophomore Sammy Davis for the ConVal Cougars. It was a pass that was connected, thrown by Bradley Burnell. Other great ConVal players this game that we've seen, well, Kendrick Edwards, he had maybe the best highlights so far. He's the track star I've been talking about time and time again. We got to see just how fast he is. There was a short passing play on the far side of the field from our perspective, and you could just see the second he had 3 feet of separation, those Jets just turned on. Kendrick Edwards, he doesn't get a lot of carries, doesn't get a lot of receptions, but if he gets one and has any room to run, he is the highlight player to watch. On the side of Kearsarge, number 5, Colin Croto, has had himself a game. On defense, he had a fantastic interception on his own 2-yard line, and on offense, he's got around a dozen carries so far, just being a force on both sides of the ball. Now the whistle blows. We're ready for kickoff. Kearsarge is ready to receive. Down there is going to be Colin Croto and number 24, Aiden Ruckman, the freshman who's had a couple of carries and has been able to show off his speed. At a young age, he's had a very impressive one, wheeling around to the near side of the field toward us, toward the Kearsarge sideline. And we got to see that when he's a sophomore, junior, senior, no one's going to catch him. Right now, people barely catch him. The kid's only 13.
Number 84, Kendrick Edwards, will do the kicking for ConVal.
Kendrick Edwards, Mr. Track Star, is going to be booting this one down toward the Kearsarge end. And we are ready to go here for the second half of action between ConVal and Kearsarge. The kick from Edwards is going to be an onside attempt. It bounces over Kearsarge. It's nearly picked up by ConVal. What a scramble, but it seems like Kearsarge has it. What a pickup there by Jack Sikoria, who, if you remember, injured his arm on a play late in the first half. He's back in the action. Look at this bounce. Oh my God, that is devilish stuff right over number 72, Brody Malinowski. That was about as devious a bounce as Malinowski could have possibly been faced with. I feel bad for him there, but luckily Sikoria was there right behind him to scoop it up. Risky play, though, from ConVal. I like how they're not afraid to take that sort of risk with an onside kick to lead off a half. In a narrow game like this, they've just given Kearsarge pretty good field positioning. They set up under center. In motion goes Croto. He gets the toss here, loses his footing, and he's taken down at around the 43. And there is a scuffle here as Croto is not happy with that late tackle. Seems like tempers have cooled though. Just a brief little scuffle, but you can see here, Croto, number 5 on your screen with the ball now. You're going to see he loses his footing. There's contact there. He's down. There's no need for that play by Broden Frosch, who's had a good game. He's got to stay disciplined, stay out of trouble with the referees. Luckily there, everyone was on the same page. The officials knew that he might have not thought that Croto was ruled down, might have not seen that initial touch on the shoulder after Croto slipped. No harm there, but Frosch has to be careful going forward. Again, Goins setting up under center for the second play of the second half. He's going to flip this one back to Diamond, trying to go along the far side of the field. Wrapped up by a few ConVal members. Not great blocking there. It was the weak side of the line for Kearsarge. ConVal was able to crash through. Diamond here trying to lower that shoulder, but good luck lowering a shoulder into Roman Cadwallader because he is one big kid on this field. Only a junior too, brother of Anthony, the senior defensive back on this team as well. He's a leader this year. He's going to be the leader next year. 3rd and 9. Goins going to hang on to this one. He looks downfield, tries for a short pass, contact and a sack. That's going to be a loss of at least 5. And on the play there is Featherstone. And look at his ability to just get by the defense. He's going to be on that far side of your screen. Can't quite see him now. On the right side of your screen here, that's him crashing in. He was playing deep in the defensive zone, read the play, saw that Parker Goin was under a ton of duress, closed the distance, made the sack. Now it's 4th and 13. Ball on the Kearsarge 40. They're going to elect to punt this one away. Cole Giberson boots this one down strongly, and it's going to be Sammy Davis receiving. Doesn't call for the fair catch, and he goes for the Jets. Far sideline toward where the chains were originally for Kearsarge. And he scurries out of bounds at the Kearsarge 48. I can't stress enough how this kid is just unafraid. So many players would rule for a fair catch. Look at that. One Kearsarge player in his face with no one on ConVal close to that initial contact. Sammy Davis still takes it in stride, points for his blockers, directing them where to go to try and make as much space as possible. Even though he's only 14, 15, a sophomore, who knows how to lead a special teams unit like that returning the ball. He's something special. On offense, defense, special teams, we've seen that he's going to be a true impact guy for this ConVal team going forward. First snap of half, number 2 for ConVal. Out of the shotgun, it's going to be a lateral pass over to Sammy Davis. Tons of contact near the far side of the field by the line of scrimmage, and there's going to be no gain. Looks like we had a couple Kearsarge Cougars in on that tackle to snuff out that play.
Pass is complete.
And as good as Sammy Davis has been, the Kearsarge defense has done an excellent job limiting him. His passing touchdown came on a short passing play. They've really never let him escape for serious yardage, but time and time again, he's able to just chew up a couple yards at a time, have big punt returns like we just saw moments ago. But still, out of a set play like we're seeing here, no highlights for Sammy Davis yet. Here's Edwards, the speedster, trying to go toward the near side of the field. Tons of contact, fumble on the play, it's loose. And it looks like ConVal may be keeping this one as the pile starts to dissipate. And I do believe we have a ConVal ball. Scary play though, Kendrick Edwards, let's take a look. Where does it pop out? Some contact there, he gets spun around. And then it looks like this one gets ripped out by Parker Goen, the Kearsarge quarterback.
3rd and 4 for ConVal.
They had Edwards spinning, and Goen, among the commotion, was able to spot that the ball was being held weakly, just tore it out. Still, though, ConVal was able to do a great job in getting it right back. Out of the shotgun here, this one's bobbled, dangerous play, fumble. It's going to be a Kearsarge ball right at midfield. They didn't get it on the previous play, but they do here. That's Kellen Sullivan capturing the ball back for Kearsarge. And we've seen some low snaps. This snap, though, was perfect. Not sure what made Brunel lose the grip on it. Maybe he just got ahead of himself. You could see that right away. Brody Malinowski knew that it was a Kearsarge ball. That's some wind back in the sails of Kearsarge as the crowd is pumped on the near side of the field. ConVal a little deflated after those disorganized last couple of plays. Timeout gets taken here, so we'll have a moment to talk some things over, but what a big moment in the game for Kearsarge. Their offensive struggles have been nothing to scoff at, but they've had some defensive gifts for sure. A couple of turnovers in key moments. I'd like to take this moment again to thank our sponsors. It's Echo Communications, HR Clough, Kearsarge Heating, Barton Insurance, LaValle Middleton Building Supply, and Bubba's Bar and Grill, as well as North Cape Design Build. All supporting today's coverage of this local game in the Lakes region between ConVal and Kearsarge here in Sutton, New Hampshire. And it is a beautiful night. It was cloudless all day. Woke up, it was around 65 degrees, breezy, not a cloud in the sky. Felt like a perfect fall day for some football, and it hasn't disappointed. We've got ourselves a close contest. It is not going to be a blowout tonight, and it seems like both teams are going to be fighting this one right down to the bitter end. 8:24 to play here in the third quarter as the timeout breaks, and we're ready to get back to it. Trying to capitalize off of the fumble picked up by Kellen Sullivan. It's the first play of the drive here. Parker Goen lines up under center. He takes this snap, wheels to his left, hands it off to Croto. His legs get wrapped up and he's brought down. It might be a gain of 1 or 2. And Croto's going to stay down for a moment here.
Croto with the ball. Gain a yard in the play.
He doesn't seem to be in pain. There's no grimace or anything. He knows that something's not right with that leg. You can see it got kind of wrapped up awkwardly there on that tackle. But his own teammates are helping him even before the trainer. Croto pops up to his feet, favoring that left side. It's clearly a right leg issue. But now he's walking rather normally, which is a good sign. Kearsarge has had a couple of close calls with injuries. This one, Croto. Previously, it was Jack Sikoria, who had something troublesome happen to his right arm. But they both bounce back quickly. I think we're going to see Croto again. He's a difference maker. It's a close game. Kearsarge needs him in this contest. If he's healthy, he's going to get more minutes. Now getting treated on the sideline. Still doesn't look like he's in a ton of pain. Just trying to test the limits of his ankle and his knee. Seems like it could be an ankle thing. Next play of the drive, going under center again. He's got to keep this one. Diamond goes to the far side of the field. The pass, it connects. It's Ruckman. He makes his way toward the end of the chains, getting wrapped up. He breaks free. Ruckman, the freshman, toward the 20, the 25, the 10, and he's shoved out of bounds. What a play there by Ruckman. His first reception of the game, and it's a huge gain for Kearsarge. There is a flag. We'll see what that's about, but here's the replay. Look at Ruckman breaking this tackle. The flag might be a hold on that. You could kind of see his jersey really stretching out there. But this ball's going to make its way down toward the ConVal end. Just fantastic stuff there by the freshman. And I've talked about how this ConVal defense, especially up close to the line of scrimmage, they've got some serious size for Division III. So to have a freshman get carries and receptions like Ruckman has, that's something you really don't see too often, especially in a game that is so close like this. I love to see that David Yazzie trusts the young kid so much. Under center again, it's going. He takes the snap. Spins one off, and it's Ruckman again. There's a pocket to break through. It's going to be short of the end zone around the 5-yard line. But a nice gain of 6 or 7 for Ruckman. Back-to-back plays where he's the man. Smile on his face as he struts toward his huddle. He's got to be feeling good about his performance in his first ever high school football game. Aiden Ruckman. If you're a Kearsarge fan, write that one down. You're going to be hearing it a lot the next 4 years.
Second down, 3.
Another timeout gets taken here. 7 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the third quarter. And Kearsarge is within striking distance. They would love to tie this one up. Absolutely adore it. It's been so difficult, though. This is where they've had their biggest struggles within 10 yards. It's been false starts. It's been plays that are stopped just short of the end zone. And if Kearsarge is shut out in this one, they know that it wasn't because they didn't have chances. The chances have been there. They need to find a way to capitalize. Going with that very familiar formation. One back, running in motion. This one's going to be tossed again. It's Ruckman. Wouldn't you believe it? He's brought down. There is a fumble, but I believe he was ruled down. I believe that popped out after Ruckman was already down on the play. Kearsarge should be keeping this. It seems like that is what the officials agree on here. So Kearsarge nearly avoiding another costly mistake within the final 10 yards. I got to tell you, they should be glad that there's no challenging in high school football, because to me that looked like it was a fumble. It looked like it came out just before that first knee was down. But we'll take a gift. Kearsarge still within striking distance. Flag on this play. Everyone's moving up to the line. I'm not sure what this flag could possibly be. They're using too much of the play clock there. They didn't get up to the line fast enough. And that can be an issue. There's no play clock on the scoreboards here, so it is up to the captains of the offense to just kind of keep that in mind. There, they just lost track of it. That's another kind of mistake that is pretty common in the first game of the season. I was down at the Exeter-Timberland game yesterday, 2 Division I schools, very good programs. That happened 3 times. So it's definitely no stranger in the first week of football. Here we go. From the 8-yard line. Kearsarge with another running play, trying to crash through. Is it enough? It is! It's a Kearsarge touchdown. It's senior Jason Diamond. A heavy running play here from Kearsarge. Check it out again. Goen gets this snap under center. Ruckman comes along in motion. But it's going to be Diamond there, getting the third option handoff, crashing up the middle and diving over the end zone line just enough to tie this game back up in the third quarter. And now for the points after try, Kearsarge looks to be going for 2 to break this tie. It's their favorite formation, under center, one back. No motion on this play. Diamond gets the carry again. He is tangled up at the line. Heavy defense on the goal line from ConVal. Great stuff, great stop. That's Henry Hartwell there, the sophomore. It's his first tackle of the game, and it's in a huge moment to keep this game tied. This is the touchdown again for you. Just a great job there. The third option on the play, and it's the correct one. And usually when you go with your third option, a lot of the defensive line and the linebackers have crashed on the play. There's usually no room to run it up the middle. But Kearsarge, they got a lucky break right there. Diamond had a window. He was able to jet through it and tie this game up. Things have gotten interesting here in the third quarter as we're tied back up. I was nervous if ConVal was able to score again, and they can at any time with their speed, that Kearsarge may have been a little too discouraged to get back in this game, but you can tell ever since that Colin Croto leg injury, this team has just had some extra energy. They know that Croto's kind of their guy, so if he goes down, everyone else has to step up. And on the latter half of that drive, that's exactly what happened. We saw guys that are stepping into Croto's place, like Ruckman, the freshman. He's filling that exact role. He had 3 beautiful plays on that last drive to make that touchdown the end result. And now Kearsarge set up to kick this one down toward ConVal's end. Let's see what they do here. If you remember, to start this half, ConVal tried for an onside kick, and it almost paid off. Giberson boots this one down. Bounces it around the 28. It's going to be picked up, and it's an immediate tackle. Very lucky job there to just hang on to the ball. That's the kind of play that can easily result in a fumble. As Way2 Selby did a good job there just to hang on to it. This is beyond the 20-yard line, so ConVal's happy with this field positioning, but this was completely dangerous. You can see Way2 Selby just tried to go down and tuck as fast as possible, because in his face was Cam Brand with the tackle. Cam Brand, the freshman, that's his first tackle of his high school career. And the freshman for Kearsarge showing up big. That's a pass connected to Edwards. Kendrick Edwards is able to reel it in but not get far. Nice job there by the Kearsarge middle linebackers to close in on that play. Edwards is that guy that you just cannot let get any room.
Okay, go forward to play, make it 2nd and 6.
Just a great tackle. Just a great fundamental tackle there. Roping up the hips, not letting him use those legs at all. ConVal out of the shotgun, it's a handoff play. Some serious yardage, good for a first down, trying to get to midfield and tackled out of bounds. But that's Featherstone with a first down and more. That run good for around 17 yards.
First and 10 for ConVal on their own 49-yard line.
Look at him find the first pocket and the second one here after breaking that tackle. Sammy Davis made a little bit of room there. And Featherstone brought down at the 49. Out of the shotgun again. ConVal trying to respond to that Kearsarge touchdown. It's another running play. Here's number 24 making his way to the first down marker. Might be just short. Broden Frosch there. Scurries up 9, maybe 10 yards. We may have to move the chains out on this one. No, it is going to be 2nd down and 1.
Let's go!
Broden Frosch for ConVal, the senior. He's had a very quiet but nice game. Just kind of inconsistent carries, but every time he gets the ball, it seems like he moves it up 6 to 10 yards. He's got one highlight 24-yard carry. This is Featherstone again, jetting through the middle of the line, making his way up to the 31. That's going to be another ConVal first down. They have not stopped since this drive started. They have just been motoring through Kearsarge. Featherstone accelerates right off the line, punches through, lowers that shoulder for that extra yard. That takes 3 Kearsarge players to take him down. Now it's a 1st and 10 with the ball on the Kearsarge 31-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Out of the shotgun, it's another running play. This one for maybe just a gain of a yard. Finally, an excellent job there to put a stop to the running game from ConVal as Frosch is brought down. Here's another look. What did Kearsarge do right? You can see both of the defensive linemen are able to get around the outside of the offensive line. That's what made the tackle happen. Same formation here for ConVal, except they've got 3 receiving options on the far side of the field. Brunell's going to keep this one, tosses it to Edwards. His legs might get loose here before they can. He's brushed out of bounds. Great play there by Jason Diamond, diving into Edwards, making it so he can't get by without going out.
Hey, you gotta be thinking pass here.
Little play action, faking the pass. Lobbing one over to Edwards. Great first contact there by Zikoria, slowing him down.
3rd and 10 for ConVal.
And now it's 3rd and 10. This is the moment for the ConVal offense. It's another handoff play, and it is squandered by Kearsarge at the line of scrimmage. Kellen Sullivan, he recovered a fumble. He makes a crucial tackle here to move us to 4th and long. Not letting Roden Frosch get very far at all.
No gain the play, bring up 4th down.
It's going to bring us to another timeout here, as it's a crucial 4th down play here for ConVal. They're within striking distance if they can pull off a dream of a play. And that's going to be what they're trying to draw up now. You can see just how active Kearsarge's defensive coordinator is, trying to make sure all the bells and whistles are going to be shiny on this play. Everyone needs to man their mark and know that they have to keep ConVal short of the Kearsarge 20. It doesn't matter if they get a few yards here, just that 20-yard line for Kearsarge. That is the do or die line. If ConVal are able to break through and move these chains again, they might be a little too dangerous inside the red zone. They've been really good from inside so far tonight. Two receiving options on the near side of the field. One of them is Sammy Davis. That's where I think the ball is going to go as Brunell takes this one out of the shotgun formation. They need 10 yards here from the 31. Brunell looks to the right, fires one short side left. Everstone gets a hand on it. Tips off, and it's incomplete. That's a turnover on downs. Kearsarge will have the ball on their own 31. Here's another look. Try and keep your eye on 33 right here. Runs a turnaround route. Doesn't get far down the field, really. Even if he was able to receive that one, it would have been tough to get to the marker. Kearsarge will take it, though. Not the best field positioning, but they can work with it. They have huge plays on their last drive, and Ruckman with a nice little 30-yard reception. They need some more of that magic from their underclassmen here. As of this moment, Colin Croto is still sidelined. Kearsarge trying to run this one. They're not going to get far, though. Might be a loss of 2 or 3. Great defense on the first play of the drive for ConVal. Diamond goes in motion, doesn't get the handoff here. Instead it does go to Ruckman, I believe. Yes, that is Ruckman. And you could see he ran into the lower right leg of one of his teammates there, tripped up a little bit, and by then 3 ConVal Cougars were all over him. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Parker going under center. And it's fumbled. ConVal might have pounced on this one. This is very dangerous. The ConVal sideline is pumped. The Kearsarge sideline is quiet. Out of the pile they come. It looks like Kearsarge was able to keep this. But that was dangerous. The snap just not handled. Everyone with their head down. Who gets this ball? I believe it's Cole Giverson. You would not want to turn that over to ConVal at this part of your field. They're lucky they didn't. 15 seconds to play in the quarter. It's 3rd down and 16 to go. The ball's on the 25, going under center. He gets the snap with one back behind him. He's going to keep this one. Eyes downfield. He's going to have to heave one. Goes to the far side. has Diamond, it bounces off his chest. He's not able to get a handle on it. He was wide open. The thud could be heard from here, even through my headset. But he wasn't able to just wrap the football up and go downfield. That's going to be the end of quarter number 3. We're tied up again, 6 apiece between Kearsarge and ConVal. We'll be back in just a moment.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. Much more than a home heating provider. La Valley Building Supply, with 12 retail lumberyard locations in New England and celebrating 60 years of serving you with quality products and friendly service. Baba's Bar and Grill of Newberry Harbor, where Baba wants you to know we're having a lot of fun. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Martin Insurance Agency, with quality and competitive solutions for auto, home, business, and life insurance. The Intertown Record, your hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region. Additional support is provided by North Cape Design Build.
And we're back with a fresh 12 minutes on the clock from Sutton, New Hampshire. I'm Berkeley Stevens, bringing you the YCN Game of the Week between Kearsarge and ConVal. Tied up at 6, both teams have a touchdown to their name. There can only be one winner, and it could be the next who scores. Kearsarge punt this one away on what was 4th and 16. Sammy Davis is down there to scoop this one up on the ConVal 40, but he'll let it run out of bounds instead. Sammy Davis has had some really good returns so far tonight, so I'm sure Kearsarge is happy that that one just went out of bounds and there was really no damage done. That was a nice punt. That we just saw from Giberson, maybe his best of the night. The offense has come alive a little bit for both teams. In the second half of this game, there's been fewer penalties. That's helped both sides a great deal. As the first snap is taken out of the shotgun, ConVal's going to run this one up the far side, and with some room now, the first down and more. It's going to be a 26-yard carry for number 24, Broden Frosch.
Broden Frosch to the ball.
Fantastic start to the drive there for ConVal. They've entered Kearsarge territory, breaking through to their 43-yard line. Heavy contact right here as he tried to just kind of flip himself sideways over that tackle. That dive might have got him another 2 or 3 yards. Out of the shotgun again, Brunell shuffles one over to Featherstone. Up the near side, he tries to scramble, but he's going to be tackled by Parker Goen. To around the Kearsarge 39. Good for a gain of 4.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Stiff arm move there to break free from Malinowski. Not able to get by Goen after being slowed down, though. That initial contact by Malinowski might have made a big difference there for Parker Goen to be able to confirm that tackle. Second down and 6, ball on the Kearsarge 39. ConVal faces down a 4-man front from Kearsarge. Brunell's going to keep this one. He's looking left, heaves a spiral down, and it connects toward the end zone and in. That's connected with number 5, Anthony Cadwallader. His first touchdown of the season. The senior wide receiver makes his mark in a big time. It's 12-6, ConVal lead.
Brunell pass to Cadwallader, complete for a touchdown.
Look at this spiral. We've seen Brunell throw some beauties. This is another one here, and look at Cadwallader. Just so much separation from the double team. The free safety not able to move over quick enough, and he's in easily. comes in a big moment. Their first drive of the final quarter breaks the tie here. In just a couple of plays, they've made their way down 56 yards in a hurry. Going for two here, Brunel laces one to the right. Full extension dive, but not able to make the catch. Is Broden Frosch. So it will be 6-12. Kearsarge still just need a touchdown to tie. This game could be awfully intense. Here's a replay of the touchdown. This is what you love to see in football. These long passing plays targeting the corner. And that is just a thing of beauty there. Bradley Brunel, the shorter quarterback, has been such a great passer tonight. Not afraid to sling it. Special teams getting set up here. Remember the last time ConVal kicked it Kearsarge's way. They tried to be tricky. They went for an onside kick, and it took a really mean bounce over Malinowski. ConVal almost got it back. They've proven that they're not afraid of that risk. Let's see if they do that here or try and kick it down deep to Kearsarge. Down there to receive for Kearsarge, number 24, Aiden Ruckman, and number 5, it's good to see you back out there, Colin Croto. Both of those players for Kearsarge who had injury scares, Croto and Sikoria, back into this game healthy. You'll love to see that first week. You hate more than anything those first week injuries. They can ruin a team's chances before they even start. That hasn't happened tonight. Everyone's healthy. Couldn't be happier. ConVal kicking this one away. We'll see if they go onside or if they go for the distance. This one's booted down hard, very hard. It's going to trickle all the way back into the end zone for Kearsarge. And they're going to let it die there and pick this one up at the 20. That was a fantastic kick. Best of the game so far for Edwards. And now it's Kearsarge trying to respond to another ConVal touchdown. Bounce right back into this game as quick as possible. There's 10:25 to play in the contest. First play here is a handoff. It's Croto, his first play back on offense. Runs into his buddy on the sidelines. One of the injured players for Kearsarge, John Blinn, might have had the hardest contact on that play. And he's in jeans. But Croto here, not afraid to run it and face contact in his first play back on offense. That's what they have to do. One play and it's a first down. Now they're going to pick it up from the 31 after that 11-yard run by Croto. ConVal's defense playing with two safeties back. And it's a scramble on the near side. Big dog pile right by Ruckman as the ball carrier, Guiberson, is brought down. Just from our perspective, this is another one of those scenarios where it's just a lot of bodies, and if you can keep your eye on number 24, look at that. He's lucky his knee didn't get bent up right there. He is okay. It popped right up to his feet. No pain at all. Short gain on the play for Kearsarge. Actually, no gain on that play. I thought they might have got a yard. But it was squelched by Bishop Benham, who made his first tackle of the game. Parker going under center. Diamond in motion. Gets the toss back to him. Runs into some friendly fire there. And couldn't get past his own blockers. That one's good for a gain of a yard. Maybe two.
He was 2 in the play, making 3rd and 8.
Here's the replay. You can see that there was a block, but he still ran into the man. It would have been hard to stutter step to his right there and find a window. Now Kearsarge is going to set up out of the shotgun. 2 receiving options on each side. Giberson is going to be on the left of Parker Goen, who's looking downfield now. Has to scramble away from one defender from ConVal and heaves one hard on the near side of the field. It was intended for Ruckman, but they couldn't connect. Watch how quickly number 55, James Healy, gets through the offensive line, just completely blows by his man and threatens to tackle Parker Goen, making him scramble and then just try and rip off any pass he could. That play on defense was all James Healy. Punting play here. This is way short. This is going to be troublesome for Kearsarge. Only made it to the Kearsarge 40. ConVal is licking their chops right now. Their sideline is bumping. Both teams have had a couple of gifts in this game. This might be the biggest one that ConVal has gotten. This is looking excellent for them with under 8 minutes to play here in the 4th. Starting to get a little chilly here. The weather was sunny and beautiful when the game kicked off originally. Now the players all trying to just stay warm on the sideline, stay ready for the action and loose as temperatures change. ConVal out of the shotgun. Burnell keeps it, fires one across the middle of the field. It was tipped. It could have been picked off. I believe it was Parker Goen who got his hand in on that pass. Parker Goen, Kearsarge quarterback, as well as defensive back, has had a fantastic game on defense. He's had a couple of nice passes, but I think his real strength in this contest has been as a back on defense. Out of the shotgun again. Burnell hands this one off to Featherstone. He accelerates through a pocket on the left side of the line.
Featherstone with the ball.
It's not good enough for a first, but it is a nice gain of around 6. Here you can see Featherstone able to get by his first man there before getting wrapped up and brought down by Kearsarge's number 28, Caleb Naughton. That's his 2nd tackle of the game. 3rd down and 3 on the Kearsarge 33. This one's run straight up the gut. It's a 1st down and more. Could be to the 25, maybe even the Kearsarge 24. Look at this ConVal carry. It's number 24, Broden Frosch, getting the key yardage his team needs for a new set of downs and to pick this one up on the Kearsarge 24-yard line. If they make this an 18-6 game with under 7 to play, that could be the dagger. Kearsarge has worked quickly, but that would have to be extremely quick. Here's Sammy Davis with the ball. Scampers up around 5 yards.
Elliott Featherstone with the ball.
Nice job there by 54 for Kearsarge to slow down Sammy Davis. That's Bryce Gove.
2nd and 4 for ConVal.
If he wasn't able to get that hand on the hip of Sammy Davis, that could have been a touchdown. Who knows what that guy can do in open space if there's no contact made. So after that Sammy Davis run, it's now 2nd and 4. The ball is on the 18. And ConVal lines up in the shotgun. Snap is perfect. This one is in the hands of Frosch. He breaks through for the first down, and he'll be taken down at around the 13. The chains move once more, closer and closer to that Kearsarge end zone. As Frosch is able to take that stutter step to his right and accelerate extremely fast for that gain of 6 yards.
Timeout on the field, timeout charge to ConVal.
And we're going to have a ConVal timeout taken here. As they're within striking distance, they want to get this right. Once again, folks, we'd like to take this timeout to thank our wonderful lineup of sponsors for their great support. That's Echo Communications, HR Clough, Kearsarge Heating, Barton Insurance, LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, Bubba's Bar and Grill, and North Cape Design Build. We encourage you to thank them as well and buy local. And thanks to them for making this program possible. 5:42 to play in the opening game of the season between Kearsarge and ConVal. These two teams were predicted neck and neck for the Division III power rankings this year by New Hampshire Sports Page. I said that in the pregame as well. We knew it was going to be a close contest coming in, but a 6-point game in the final 6 minutes. This one is not disappointed. The defense has been great. The troubles were a lot of penalties for the offense on both sides in the first half. This could easily be a game that's around 24-26 to 18 had there just been a clean game on offense from both sides, no false starts, none of that nonsense that happens in the first week of the season, but 12-6, no one's disappointed in that. Burnell gets the snap, he hangs on, lofts one toward the right side. That one is way out of the reach of the intended receiver, Kendrick Edwards. So Kearsarge's hopes stay alive for another down. They avoid the touchdown strike from ConVal for the moment. ConVal huddles up as they get their next play. Anthony Cadwallader goes sideline. His brother Roman comes on to replace, and ConVal steps up to the line. On the Kearsarge 12 with 10 yards to go for a first down. Out of the shotgun, Burnell gets it. No, it's a trick play. It's Featherstone. It's fooled everyone, including me. Featherstone is in on the far side for a touchdown. 18-6, ConVal lead with 5:31 to play in the game. And you can see just receiving that snap, it tricked everyone. Hands on his head, number 75 for Kearsarge, Cam Brand. He knew that the entire defense was fooled by that. A beautiful play drawn up there by ConVal. That could have been what that timeout was about. And now they'll go for the extra point. Trying to kick this one in. The kick is up, and it is good.
Kick is good.
The score is now ConVal 19, Kearsarge 6, with 5:31 to play. Kearsarge will need to work incredibly quickly, not commit any costly penalties on offense, keep the ball moving downfield as fast as possible with as little obstructions as they can manage. And as this game winds down, remember to stay tuned until the very end of this telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, where we'll decide which competitor had the greatest impact on tonight's contest. Right now, we've got touchdowns for ConVal by Sammy Davis, Anthony Cadwallader, and Elliot Featherstone. the side of Kearsarge, it was Jason Diamond who scored their lone touchdown to this point. Colin Croto for Kearsarge has had a fantastic game on both ends of the ball. Similar to Sammy Davis, just missing that touchdown that Davis has. Ruckman is able to receive this kick cleanly, and he's able to scurry toward the 30-yard line before being brought down. Might have got to around the 32.
David Ruckman was the ball returner. First and 10, Kearsarge.
Kind of received that one on a back pedal and then struggled building that acceleration going forward after the catch. And then the ConVal special teams unit was on him, trying to go up the middle of the field. If that kick was a couple yards shorter and he's able to catch that in stride with momentum, maybe that's a much more dangerous return for Kearsarge. Parker going, lined up under center. Ruckman gets the toss in motion. Near side of the field he goes. Makes his way up to the 36-yard line for Kearsarge. It's a gain of around 5. Here's another look. So impressive that a freshman can do, wait for it, that. To trust his blocker in front of him, stop his momentum, and then reroute for that extra yard. Didn't just run into that tackle, didn't just run into his own blocker. He waited for the block to be set. A lot of times, underclassmen especially, their head just gets churning way too fast for the play, and they might not make a decision like that, but it's good to see that Ruckman is capable of doing so. He gets another carry here. Same sort of play on the near side. That time the blocking wasn't quite as good, and the gain is short. Maybe even no gain on that play.
Ruckman with the ball.
Here's another replay, same exact play as before. Ruckman gets the toss, and you can see that ConVal, they had their back set up a little more outside. You can see the Kearsarge blockers were starting to go that way, and the ConVal middle linebackers were able to crash it on Ruckman. Under 4 minutes to play here in the fourth and final quarter. Parker going, shuffles way back and goes for a short pass here, and it's probably for a loss. It looks like he's brought down at around the 36, maybe even the 35, a loss of 1 or 2. As he's downed in bounds, the clock keeps ticking. As every second that passes, the purchase for points grows more and more expensive for Kearsarge. They need these quick. They need them bad. ConVal's never beaten Kearsarge. They've played 3 times. Each time was at ConVal. This is the first time they've played here in Sutton on Kearsarge's campus. Kearsarge has won every game they've played at ConVal. ConVal trying to come into Kearsarge's building and give them a taste of their own medicine. It's 4th down and 6 on the 35. Kearsarge has to go for it here. 2 receiving options on the near side. Parker going, keeps it. He's got his eyes up. Needs to look for a pass. Scrambles to his left. He's got to get the first down here. He's going to be short of it. Pushed out of bounds at around the 39. And that'll be 2 yards short. ConVal will get this ball back.
It's going on the keeper.
In the ConVal sideline, their fan section cheering crazy can be heard from across the field as they know that this might have been the play. That is the dagger into Kearsarge. ConVal, though, they have turned it over twice this game. 1 fumble, and 2 interceptions, actually. So there's still a little bit of light in the lantern for Kearsarge, but it is dimming quick. They need one of those turnovers incredibly soon. Kearsarge has 1 timeout left as well. ConVal has 2. Setting up out of the shotgun. Burnell gets the snap, fires one, middle of the field, connects Oh, but it pops out as contact is made right after the catch. That's a fantastic play on defense. That's the first big defensive play we've seen Kearsarge's number 80 make. That's Ben Greenwood, senior tight end defensive back, just dropping the shoulder into the intended receiver there, breaking that one up. This one gets handed off to Featherstone. There's a gap on the far side. He breaks through. It gets close to the first down marker, but he might have been stopped short. Looked like about an 8-yard gain. And that running play keeps the clock ticking down. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Nice carry there by Featherstone as he's able to just punch it through the left side of the line. He does seem to be the power running back for this team. None of his carries have been to the outside this game. Every single one has been through the line. The snap is fumbled. ConVal collapses on it. That is going to stop the clock, which is good news for Kearsarge. Just another one of those low snaps. Hard to handle, especially now that it's cooled down. It's a bit humid too. I'm sure that football is slippery. We've seen some drop passes. The quarterback not wearing a glove has no help to prevent against those drops like that on a tough snap. Scorekeepers have rightfully started that clock again after that play. And ConVal's going to use that full 35 seconds. Not leaving Kearsarge with much time. We'll have the timeout taken. ConVal takes the timeout as they were really just trying to kill the clock there. And in the first game of the season, our first game of the week back for the 2023-2024 year. It's been a great one, a close contest between two D3 teams. Kearsarge on their home field. Their defense looked pretty good. Their offense just had troubles. In the first half, it was just costly penalties when they were within 20 yards. They were in the red zone, and they couldn't capitalize. They had 2, maybe even 3 chances within 25 yards, and they couldn't get it done. But the one touchdown they did get was a beauty. Jason Diamond able to run one through on a triple option running play. That's some crafty offense, so Kearsarge clearly has it in them to come up with big plays when they need to. It's just first week of the season type of things where they just struggled in close, where they felt the pressure for the first time of the year. It got to them. When you're working on things over the summer, you don't feel that kind of pressure like you do when you get into the red zone in the first game of the season. I think that's what happened tonight. Another low snap. Brunell handles this one. Whirls one down the far side of the field, connects, and into the end zone he goes. Another beauty from Brunell. This one connects with Kendrick Edwards. It's another ConVal touchdown, and they lead 25-6. Here's another look, just another high lofted, beautiful spiral, and look how close Aiden Ruckman was playing his man on defense. He was right in his face, had that hand up. That was a perfect throw by Bradley Brunell. You just could not ask for better. These last 2 ConVal touchdowns have been exactly that. Targeting that far side pylon. And a crafty play here as the placeholder picks this one up. He's not able to scramble away though, and we'll have a kickoff coming up with just 75 seconds to play here in the game. Here's another look at that beautiful touchdown. Brunell knew his target all the way, just trusting Edwards to get to this ball. Ruckman right in his face, and he reels it in. That one was right in the breadbasket for Edwards. No trouble catching that. If I'm on that ConVal sideline, if I'm head coach Matt Harris, I'm thinking this is the best team ConVal's had in 6 years. There are just so many positive takeaways for them, and they're a young team too. Each of these teams only has 4 seniors. They're both very young teams. Next year is going to be a year where they're both more competitive within the division, but the young guys on ConVal have looked great tonight. And a couple freshmen on Kearsarge as well. Ruckman has looked fantastic. There's just been a lot of good signs from these young players as what could be the final kickoff. It's airborne here. This one a squib kick. And it's going to be scooped up. Ruckman has it. Directs himself toward the middle of the field. If he can break by this, he could be free, but no. Sammy Davis wraps him up and doesn't let go, bringing him down. That's a nice squib kick, exactly what you want. Good job there by Ruckman to field that tricky bounce well. And then contact was almost immediate. Look at Sammy Davis just holding on here. Not a firm grip on the jersey either. He had that right hand under his arm. Certainly not a hold right there. Sammy Davis has had really clean tackles on defense. He's got a touchdown to his name. The sophomore has been everything that Matt Harris has hoped for in the first game of the season. Parker going here, motioning to the sideline as Kearsarge was a man short. Diamond gets out there in the nick of time, and Kearsarge get the snap off. Going, shuffles back, looks for a target on the far side of the field. He needs to heave one down. He gets under pressure and he just scrambles, and he can't acquire a target once he starts moving his legs like that. He's brought down again. This sack is for a major loss. And you can see the Kearsarge receivers, they're all just so deep. There's no one in close to be an option for when Parker Goen gets in trouble like this. I know they have to be aggressive and run those deep routes, but still someone has to run some sort of route to bail you out in close, because all game long, ConVal has made Parker Goen scramble, and Parker Goen has not been able to find a target in close when that happens. And on that last play, there wasn't a target in close for him to even potentially find. Another play here, out of the shotgun. 2 receiving options on the near side of the field toward us. Short pass connects. That's Jack Sicorio with the reception. He'll be brought down at around the 20. That's going to be good for a gain of about 5, but the clock ticks down. And for the first time in history, ConVal has beaten Kearsarge, and they've done it at Kearsarge's field. The final score, ConVal 25, Kearsarge 6. And it's time for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. And although guys like Sammy Davis, Anthony Cavallaro, Kendrick Edwards had fantastic games, it's Bradley Brunell for me, the quarterback for ConVal. He's a short guy. You don't see short quarterbacks with as much passing confidence as he displayed tonight. He was heaving high, beautiful spiral passes right to the corner pylons all game long. The kid was impressive. A great sign for things to come for ConVal. Kearsarge has some things to work out on offense, mainly staying disciplined with those penalties. But if they can do that, they'll be competitive this season. It's been a great first game of the week here for Yankee Cable Network. I've been Berkeley Stevens. Thanks for watching.